Anansi the Spider, who became known as the keeper of all wisdom. Long ago, in a small village in West Africa, there lived a clever spider named Anansi. Anansi was known throughout the land for his cunning and trickery. He was always seeking ways to outsmart others and gain an advantage. One day, Anansi heard that the sky god, Niam, had in his possession all the wisdom of the world. Anansi desired this wisdom for himself, believing it would make him the wisest creature in all the land. Determined to obtain it, Anansi hatched a plan. He spun a web reaching all the way up to the heavens and climbed it until he reached the domain of Niam. When he arrived, he greeted Niam respectfully and asked for the wisdom that he possessed. Niam, impressed by Anansi's audacity, agreed to give him the wisdom, but only if Anansi could accomplish a series of difficult tasks. The first task was to capture Onini, the python, who lived in the forest. Anansi, using his wit, convinced Onini to coil himself into a tight knot, claiming it was a display of his strength. Once Onini was tightly wound, Anansi swiftly tied him up and presented him to Niam. The next task was to capture Osibo, the leopard, known for his ferocity and speed. Anansi devised a plan to trap Osibo by digging a deep pit covered with branches and leaves. When Osibo fell into the pit, Anansi quickly covered it, trapping the leopard inside. The final task was to capture Moro, the hornet who guarded Niam's palace. Anansi filled a gourd with water and poured it out, pretending to cry. When the compassionate hornet asked why he was crying, Anansi explained that he was mourning his deceased father. Touched by his supposed grief, the hornet offered to help him by giving him some of Niam's wisdom. Anansi returned to Niam's palace with the wisdom and presented it to the sky god. Impressed by Anansi's resourcefulness, Niam declared him the wisest creature in the world and granted him the wisdom he sought. From that day on, Anansi became known as the keeper of all wisdom, using his cleverness to help others and outsmart those who would seek to harm him. And thus, the legend of Anansi the Spider, the trickster and wise counselor, was born, inspiring generations with his tales of wit and cunning.